Galerinha do YouTube, começando mais uma gameplay aqui de Genshin Impact. Vamos dar início aí a cast do Cyno. Conhece o Cyno? Aquele bravo, mano, malucão. Então, vamos começar essa cast maravilhosa. Tá deixando aquele like maroto. Inscreva no canal que não é inscrito. Mas primeiro, deixa eu colocar uma capinha marota. Até capinha, sabe? Que a capinha básica. Deixa eu colocar a capinha básica aqui no meu Genshin. Só um segundo. Conteúdo. Playlist. Daqui. Depois eu vou aqui, clique aqui, editar a capa, clicar aqui, clicou aqui, ok, salvar, está pronto. Nossa capa maravilhosa está pronta. Eu vou colocar o chat para eu chegar no computador. E colocar um ventilador que tá pegando fogo. Tá louco, cachoeiro. Que calor é esse? E eu vou trocar de time, né? Que eu tô upando a amizade isso aqui, né? Eu quero atrapalhar. Essa aqui, né? Com certeza esse time aqui. Esse time aqui é pra arrancar a casca do ovo. Bora fazer essa cache. Essa cache maravilhosa. O som tá ótimo. Beleza. Bora.
What should I do now? If only Cyno was still around.
Se o Cyno, pelo menos. Se tivesse aqui. Com licença, tá acontecendo alguma coisa?
Oh, I appreciate the concern, but who are you?
Preocupação. Quem são vocês? Nós somos. Você fala o nome do Cyno, nós também conhecemos.
Ah, friends of Cyno. Well, I suppose it's not a secret or anything. Since you two are interested, I'll just lay it out for you.
Aqui, tá, eu tô morrendo de calor, velho. Baixa um pouquinho. Vai, caixa, vai, tênis, né? Tá meio esquisito isso aqui, né? É o ventilador, não quer comparar. Aí, fazer uma. Esquentar não, esfriar um pouquinho aqui. Tá muito calor, velho. Vou colocar o fone aqui pra trás, senão vai dar merda. Assim, sou amigo dos Cynos. Ficar aqui, não, nenhum segredo. E já vocês dois estão preocupados, comparei a verdade.
My name is Nabil. I'm a matra in the academia. A case involving the smuggling of canned knowledge has come to our attention recently, but unfortunately, we don't have the people to handle it at the moment.
Huh? You mean the academia is short on matra right now?
Well, not exactly. I suppose the main problem is that the case suddenly came up after General Mahamatra Cyno left to go somewhere. It would be a real headache for us to tackle the case ourselves. Given the large scope of the issue, we talked things over internally and decided that we should find further assistance. If you two have some time, would you lend us your strength?
Alright, since you asked so nicely, we'll help.
Yes, large amounts of canned knowledge from unknown origins have been appearing on the market recently. We suspect there's a secret route being used to move the capsules.
Deixa eu ver aqui que o som tá atrapalhando aqui. Deixa eu ver se tá atrapalhando Batendo vento aqui. Oxe, tá não. Bora dar continuação aqui. Eu coloquei o fone pra trás aqui, não sei se vai atrapalhar. Sim, recentemente uma grande quantidade de reconhecimento da origem desconhecida apareceram do mercado. Estamos suspeitando que uma rota secreta esteja sendo utilizada para mover as
According to some
etapas.
research, using large amounts of canned knowledge could lead to some serious consequences. And, unfortunately, most people have yet to realize that. Rumors also have it that some particularly dangerous canned knowledge has made its way into the market. Regardless of whether the rumors are true or not, this case calls for urgent action.
Isso, verdade ou não, nesse caso precisa ser tratado com urgência.
According to our current leads, it's highly likely that there are dealers selling canned knowledge outside the city, even as we speak. If you two could, please help us investigate the area.
Da cidade nesse exato momento. Se for possível, por favor, ajude-nos a investigar dessas áreas.
You can count on us. Let's go.
Ai, ai, isso é pai não, viu, velho? Deus me livre, pai não. Chato, pai não tá. Beleza, deu início aí a cache Descidas Areias Solitárias. Vamos então dar essa continuação. 300 metros, eu acho que é aqui pertinho. Acho que sai aqui. Dá uma planada. Aquela bela planada. Eu tenho muita coisa pra fazer no jogo. Só com preguiça demais, né, velho? Olha, isso aqui, ó. Vou fazer isso aqui. E por que eu não fiz isso aqui? É aquela de preguiça, mano. Preguiça faz o que, né? Beleza. Eu acho que é isso aqui e esse aqui. Acho mais.
Good. Leave nothing of value behind.
Vou continuar planando. Também tenho. Eu tenho de pegar recurso. Nesses beiras de água. Olha uma corrida aqui pra fazer ainda, velho. Ah não, tem que colocar. Eu tenho que nomear esse trem aqui, velho. Corrida. Corrida. Vou colocar isso aqui. Nomear. Opa! Corrida. Corrida. Corrida com 2 R? Não, tia, com 2 R, tio. Corrida. 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 Beleza. Depois eu faço esse trem aí. Caraca, velho. Pode ser que tem muita coisa pra fazer? Tem isso aqui pra fazer e tem uns baús pra te pegar também. Eita, fuck. Eita, meu.
Huh? It's Cyno! What are you...
Ah, it's you two. I knew I sensed a familiar presence.
Deixa eu botar assim, deixa eu botar pra tocar. Quer bater minha cara toda hora, né? Aí vocês Eu sabia que você tinha sentido.
I'm currently in the middle of an investigation here. We'll have to chat some other time. There's been a recent case of canned knowledge smuggling. It seems that the smugglers are following an elaborate and dangerous scheme. I just happened to acquire some intel which led me here.
Hey, what do you know? We're also here to investigate that.
I see. Well, the situation might be more problematic than you anticipated. I've already questioned several people. Long story short, I was able to learn of the secret location where the canned knowledge is being sold. You're welcome to accompany me if you're interested.
Felipe. Tio. Extra.
Whoa, that sounds pretty complicated. But having Cyno around will definitely make things easier. Alright, let's go round up those bad guys.
Beleza. E bora. Aqui. Cadê aquele lance aqui? Um aqui, outro ali. Meu Deus do céu. Errei! Errou! Errou! Vamos ali.
Off we go. Let's light it up.
Mais peixe.
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
Vamos embora. Fazer cash.
Off we go. Shine down.
Gather.
Glory to the Shogun.
Joy, we've only just begun. Shouldn't get careless.
Cada pessoa boa.
Hurry up. Solidify. Roasted fry. You need to hurry up.
There is no escape.
Gather. Order guide you.
Illusion shattered.
You need need to hurry up! An unfortunate fault!
Is this all you got? Seems even less than last time.
What difference does it make? If you see something you like, buy it. If not, then keep walking.
They've been cracking down on us lately, so we don't have much on hand. If you see something that catches your eye, then now's your chance. There's no telling when we'll have more.
What does the Academia think they're doing? Oh. I don't see any real gems in this batch. It's all pretty ordinary stuff. Whatever, how much?
150K. Show us the Mora, and you'll get the goods.
Put the Mora down and your hands up.
It hit Cyno! When's he ever gonna let up?
Hey, forget the goods! Let's split!
But don't forget the Mora!
Tá pegando a memória?
Done! Not so fast! You can't escape with Paimon on the case!
What is this? He's got backup now? Doesn't everyone say Cyno works alone? I don't like the looks of this. Either way, it's gonna be a tough fight. Any ideas?
It's over. It's not like we're making a big cut anyway. I'm not losing my life here.
Huh? Did they really just give up like that?
Just like the others I've caught. They're not deep in the circle, just dealers at the bottom of the chain. All right. I have one question and one question only. Where did you get this canned knowledge?
The pickup location is different every time. The boss tells us where it's gonna be and that's it. We don't get a say in it. He sends someone every 5 days to bring us the goods.
And when is the next batch coming?
I don't know.
He's telling the truth. Honest. Normally, we should have received a shipment 3 days ago, but we didn't get anything. The stock we have right now is from 8 days ago, which is why there isn't much left.
I know exactly why they didn't receive their last batch. 3 days ago is exactly when I started my investigation. I suspect who's ever running this whole thing knew that I was coming. So they cut all contact with these dealers. When you were trying to escape, you said something about me working alone. Where did you hear that from?
Are you kidding? We've known your name since day one in this business. The boss warned us to watch out and even gave us info about you. But here we are. I guess we never stood a chance.
They already knew all about me and were trying to avoid being detected from the very beginning.
Deixa eu ver aqui. Tudo tá diferente. Deixa eu carregar o negócio aqui. Só um segundo. Se volta normal aqui. Tentando evitar o encontrar.
These small fries are the only ones they leave out in the open. And no matter how many we catch, it won't further our investigation. If only we had another lead. Like a merchant who sells large amounts of canned knowledge.
Mudou o YouTube. Só menos tivemos outras pistas, por exemplo, alguns mercados que pelas grandes quantidades de conhecimento datado.
Huh? Oh, you need someone like Dura!
Do you have a potential suspect? You'd better bring them to me for judgment.
Você pode.
Whoa! Judgment?
That's right. I won't turn a blind eye on any dangerous suspect.
Oh! Sounds like we shouldn't ever let Cyno meet Dory.
I see. Anyway, I'll think of a way to deal with these two and then continue gathering information. If you manage to learn anything, you can find me at Caravan Rebot. And as for you, I don't ever want to catch you buying canned knowledge again. If you possess any unused knowledge capsules...
Okay, I got it. Just keep your nose up.
Hey! What's with the attitude?
What, you got a problem with that too? Listen, buying canned knowledge is a deal between two people. The buyer and the seller. We don't need people like you butting in on our business here. Think about it. If the academia is hoarding something as convenient and useful like canned knowledge, then they must have been planning only to use it for themselves. Am I right?
The academia has clearly published the potential dangers of canned knowledge. I don't like having to repeat things. And besides, I'm sure you wouldn't listen anyway. I just hope you understand that your actions are what fuels the smuggling of canned knowledge. If I ever catch you again... All right, Traveler. I need to go now.
Ha! You think you can scare me?
Traveler, why don't we go talk to Dory? She's got loads of connections and might be able to tell us something about all. If Paimon remembers correctly, she's usually at the palace of Alcazar's. Let's go!
Opa! Você chega no like, deixa aquele like barulho. Se inscreva no canal também, né? Vou fazer uma cast do Cyno aqui. Nós estamos investigando sobre as latas de enlatada, né? Olha quem tá com as latas, né? Com certeza essa bichinha, né? Que sabe das informações. Com certeza o Cyno vai chegar aqui no momento.
I see. So that's the latest scoop.
Então,
Good thing you didn't rat me out. Otherwise, who knows where I'd have to be hiding to avoid attention.
Não sei onde eu teria escondido não quero escapar dessa. Você sabe isso. Está contrabandeando coisa enlatada?
No idea. Sorry. I've already cashed out of the canned knowledge business.
Eu saí
Huh? You mean you stopped selling it?
Então você parou de vender?
That's right. With so much canned knowledge flooding the market, it was becoming impossible to fetch decent prices anymore.
Se tornou difícil.
Besides, it seems that group of smugglers has practically taken over the market. It's a little rule of mine to never fight for a share of someone else's market. If I'm gonna make Mora, it's gonna be the lion's share.
Mercado e sim, blá 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 blá. Pessoas ganharam Mora.
Plus, with regulations getting as tight as they are now, I figured I might as well just hang it up.
Cada vez mais restringido. Pedindo a ser deixar falar.
Oh, sounds like we came all this way for nothing. Well, not completely.
Não completamente.
Granted, I don't know who's behind all the smuggling activity, but since you didn't sell me out, I'll let you in on what I do know.
Não me entregaram, eu vou dizer a vocês o que eu sei sobre.
After all, those smugglers have really crossed the line, butting their way into the market like that. I hope their luck runs out soon so that I can take over. I mean, so that the industry can become more fairly regulated.
Quero dizer para quem
Hey, you just want to make more business for yourself. Don't underestimate its value. Think about it. You can gain all sorts of knowledge while bypassing the troublesome process of studying. Naturally, that makes it a product worth a high price. Of course, not everyone needs that kind of knowledge, but
Nossa, mãe do céu.
there is plenty of demand.
Sumero?
Plus, the cost of production is relatively low, so even if dealers have to cover transportation costs,
Nossa, minha
there's still
conversa
an enormous
demais. É
profit to be
pequenininha desse
made.
tamanho e conversa desse tanto, velho.
Then why does the academia prohibit selling canned knowledge? Being able to gain complex knowledge and become a scholar with the snap of your fingers does sound like a dream, doesn't it? But everything in the world comes at a price, right? Gaining knowledge is a complicated process. It requires learning, thinking, and practice. Even when it comes to my own business. But with canned knowledge, one may simply skip all the hassle and get whatever they need to know immediately. That inherently leads to at least first, you'll accept the knowledge as factual without a second thought, and you'll find it very hard to forget. This means that if the knowledge is flawed, then it'll be very difficult to correct. And second, excess use of knowledge capsules over an extended time diminishes your ability to think. You'll end up becoming like a library that can only store knowledge. Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Traveler, you used canned knowledge before. Did you feel any negative effects? Of course, using it sparingly is not an issue, which is exactly why I used to sell it. It's just like how medicine can be used to cure diseases, but can also do harm when overused. It all comes down to balancing the right amount. Anyway, back to the point. There'll be consequences if the sale of canned knowledge by those smugglers is left unchecked. And what's worse, you're playing right into their hands by focusing only on the canned knowledge that's made its way into the market. As far as I know, their real purpose is to distribute information about the Court of Desolation. That's where the real business opportunity is.
The Court of Desolation? What's that?
Rumor has it that it's a site of ruins from the age of the Scarlet King. It's said that with the treasures inside, one can see beyond life and death. But any research of the ruins is strictly banned by the academia. Word on the street is that there'll be an auction taking place in the desert. They're auctioning rare canned knowledge, some of which is related to the Court of Desolation. Once I heard about the auction, I began to suspect that all the canned knowledge popping up on the market is just a diversion. I'd wager that their real target is the Court of Desolation. Because studying those ruins is not just a simple matter. It requires knowledge spanning several fields. So, if they're aiming to quickly assemble a research team, canned knowledge would... As for the auction, chances are they're trying to attract and scout out anyone with interest or expertise. On the other hand, no one can say for sure that they will ever succeed in finding the Court of Desolation. So, they might as well just make a fortune.
Sounds to Paimon like we better head to the desert and see the auction. Who knows, we might find some leads there.
That's right. And now that I've shared all that valuable info with you, it's time to introduce our limited edition desert travel kit. It comes complete with a map straight to the auction location. As I said, I also have to make preparations before I sell things, right? Now, let me consider how much I should sell this for. I've got it! 500,000 mora per kit! That's quite the bargain. We'll even offer a 50% discount for little Paimon's travel kit. Only 250,000 mora.
What? That's super...
No need to worry, little one. Cyno's the one heading this investigation, isn't he? I'll be sure to bill all the expenses to him. All you'll need to do is tell him to go to the Merchants Guild and pay the bill once the mission is completed. Just, be sure to not send him directly here, though, okay? That would leave me completely in the open. I'm sure the former General Mahamatra of the Academia would never leave any debt unpaid. Oh, the Mora. I can see it already. Loads of shiny Mora coming to...
We'd better get going. If Dory keeps at it, we'll be out of Mora.
Quantos quilômetros? Nossa mãe. Tá louco, é longe pra Dedéu. Galerinha do mal, gente que está chegando no canal, e se inscreva no canal, deixando aquele like maroto. E não esqueça de se inscrever no canal, né? Na verdade.
Are really after is a chance to research the Court of Desolation. They're hosting an auction in the desert to sell canned knowledge about those ruins.
The Court of Desolation. I won't ask how you came by this intel, but is it reliable?
of Desolation contains treasures from the time of the Scarlet King. Is that true?
Partially. It was a secret place built by a dark sect from the age of the Scarlet King. According to past research, one must forfeit their life as the price of entering. They are not some ordinary ruins. However, if they are using the canned knowledge as a way to move information and recruit researchers, then I suppose your conclusion does hold some validity. Regardless, we less in recent years, but there are always those who attempt to do so. After all, legends claim that whoever obtains the treasures inside can see beyond life and death. Death is often the greatest grievance for many people. Though they're fully aware that the chance of these rumors being true are slim, they hold tight to such fantasies and pursue them regardless. That's why some continue to research it, regardless of it being a restricted subject. On top of that, it's hard to track the source of information contained in canned knowledge. Do you know where the auction is taking place? Good. We'll go investigate. But before that, we'll have to get rid of...
Huh? People tailing us?
Calda?
That's right.
Ah,
let's begin to leave town and see what happens. I'm sure they'll reveal themselves as soon as we make a move. Don't worry. I'll make short work of them.
That's Cyno for ya. But we can lend a hand too, you know.
Beleza, vambora. 150 metros, dá pra andar de boa. Bora pegar recurso.
Hold it right there. Heading to the desert, are we? I would think twice if I were you.
Huh? Who are you?
That doesn't matter. All you need to know is that someone wishes to inform you that it's not too late to turn back. You must be Cyno. I've heard a lot about you. You've got quite a reputation. But this time you're in over your head. Unless you turn around right now, I'm afraid that even you won't return unscathed. And as for you two, why bother sticking your noses in trouble that doesn't even concern you, hmm?
That's right! We won't just sit back and do nothing!
Ha! Have you really thought it through? You're not just doing this for recognition, are you, Cyno? My employer said that he's willing to compromise as long as you just walk away. He could, for example, reduce the amount of canned knowledge on the market. I'm sure that would help your investigation appear to be successful enough. On top of that, he's willing to give you a cut of the profit. So you see, you get both Mora and a boost to your reputation. I can't think of a reason why you would pass that up.
Is that so? Well, I can't think of a reason why I'd accept. I've heard enough.
Sorry, no can do. We're getting paid to ensure you disappear. Since you won't turn back willingly, then we're gonna have to make you go back.
Teremos que nos fazer de voltar. Beleza, se apanhar muito. Só vou usar o sino. Só vou usar o sino, cara. Eu primeiro vou fazer isso aqui, né? Não. Certo, vou usar um desenho de gel aqui. Agora eu vou usar o sino aqui. Meu filho. Vem. Vem cá, vem. Vai morrer, né?
Judgment is upon you. Guilty. You are not welcome here. Your penance is due. Guilty. Try to keep up.
Illusion shattered.
Agora vai ver tua vez.
Quiver.
Come on, coward.
Torn to oblivion.
Regret.
This doesn't change anything. You're in over your head, Cyno. There will be others coming for you. You'll regret it. Let's get out of here.
No need. Even if we apprehend them, there'll be little information to gain. Besides, it might also be a trap. I apologize for bringing you into this dangerous mess. Just being associated with me will inevitably cause you to become targets as well. You should be careful from now on. Sleep with one eye open.
Wait, hold on! There's no way anyone could sleep without closing their eyes? Right?
You'd be surprised. Anyway, just be careful. Mercenaries are never quick to forget. In their line of work, even a single failure is bad for reputation. They may even stay hidden in some dark corner for a very long time, waiting for the right moment to ambush you. They'll do anything to keep their prestige intact. Yes, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was carrying out a mission with one of my superiors. I didn't have much experience at the time, and I let my guard down after we had closed the case. We ended up being attacked by the remainder of the mercenaries. My superior was injured while protecting me, and we struggled to gain control of the situation. I've become more vigilant ever since, staying alert even while I sleep.
Whoa! Who could have seen that coming? Was he okay?
He survived with a fractured wrist. It took 2 months for him to recover, but luckily, there weren't any further complications. Last year, he transferred to an administrative role for personal reasons, and no longer participates in live missions. His name is Taj Radkani, a very well-respected Matra. You'll have the chance to meet him someday. Anyway, our mission will be dangerous. I'm already used to such grueling conditions, but I don't want to see you two get hurt.
Don't worry, Paimon will stay alert. We'll see danger coming a mile away.
Good. Don't worry. It won't be long till we're at the bottom of... And once this is all over, I'll sweep away.
Beleza, o jeito é ir pra lá que eu entendi, né? Tem um baúzinho ali, velho. Antes de ir pra lá, eu vou pra cá. Tem um baúzinho ali. Ixi, o que tá aqui.
There is no escape.
Your journey ends here. Pound it to the ground!
Shine down.
O poder da Deus tá aumentando.
Let's light it up.
Lord of
Illusion
Sand,
shattered.
your sacrifice is ready.
Beleza.
Teamwork is
Beleza
teamwork.
aqui. Beleza aqui.
Now you shall perish.
The golden
Morrer.
slumber.
But a momentary distraction.
So hot. If only there was some shade for us to cool off under.
We still have a long way to go, so you'll need to hang in there for a while longer. This is not a good place to rest.
Okay.
Of course. Just try to stay focused. Use your willpower to support your mind. Take one step after another. Don't let your mind perceive your body's limitations.
Okay, if you just look around, it's just sand and desert. There aren't any monsters for miles around. Whoa! Where did these scorpions come from?
Watch out. Something's not right about them.
Shine down.
Solidify! I will have order!
Whew. Well, Paimon really didn't expect to see those here.
Those weren't just normal scorpions. See? There are marked numbers on their pincers. They were raised by someone. Someone doesn't want us to show up at the auction. These scorpions were sent to keep us away. We are surrounded by desert as far as the eye can see. If we were killed out here, nobody would ever know.
This place is super dangerous.
Something's not right. There are no roads in the desert. Stay still.
Que porra é essa?
Here's the answer. They must have planted this on you.
Huh? What is it?
A miniature tracking device made by
Mas
the
eu pedi de
Sharwar.
rastreador de
They can use this to
miniatura
discern your approximate location.
feito pelos Asters. Eles usaram isso para determinar uma localização
But this
próxima.
device wasn't licensed for mass
Mas lembro
production.
que esse dispositivo não
Where'd they get it?
obteve permissão para
Could
ser
someone from the
produzido
Sharwar also be
em
involved?
larga escala. Onde eles
But
conseguiram
that doesn't
isso?
seem right.
Será que alguns dos Asters estão vendo isso?
Whoa! Paimon never knew that
Bah, eu
kind
não
of thing
sabia
even
que esse tipo
existed. Why
coisa
would it be on him?
existia. Mas por que como?
They probably planted it on the Traveler during our
Eles
fight with the
provavelmente
mercenaries
plantaram
earlier.
em viajante durante a nossa luta ou no comerciante antes, mais cedo. Eu sinto muito, eu nem percebi.
It was a frantic fight.
Foi uma
It's only
luta
natural you didn't notice the device.
frenética e naturalmente que você não tenha notado o dispositivo.
Well, good thing you were able to find it, Cyno. Now let's get rid of it.
No.
Fique com
Hold on
isso
to it for
por
now.
enquanto. Ainda
It might still be useful
pode
for
ser
us.
útil para
Let's
nós.
keep heading to the auction.
Vamos
It would be
continuar,
dangerous to linger here any
não,
longer.
seria perigoso ficar aqui por um tempo. Beleza. Mais 200 metros e conversa, né? Opa!
Stabilize.
There is no escape.
Gather.
They're back again! How many of them are there?
Illusion shattered. Shine down.
Solidify.
Tem uma ali. Já tá aqui em cima, né? Quer pra Dedéu? Ah, pra Dedéu. Tem uma aqui, outra ali.
Let's light it up. Adventure time.
Eu tô aqui embaixo, tá.
Off we go. It's a miracle.
Tem bicho ali pra matar, não vou matar agora não, tem um negócio pra fazer ali. Também não vou fazer não, eu quero ir pra cache, né? É quase 2 horas de cache. Vai ter que terminar cedo, né, gente?
Weird. Is this where the auction is? Yeah, not a single soul. Maybe they're on break right now or something.
We didn't waste any time getting here after we defeated those mercenaries. They shouldn't have been able to give any warning of our arrival. But even so, they still knew we were coming. Someone here must have been watching the tracker and warned everyone to clear out.
Aw, what should we do next?
We searched the area. They couldn't have moved all the knowledge capsules so quickly. There might still be something left for us to find.
Alright, let's take a good look around the area.
Apegadas. Apegadas.
Did you find anything?
No, nothing in particular.
It's possible there were, but don't worry. Come back and meet me here after some time has passed. I'm sure they packed up in a hurry and didn't have time to carry off all their goods. They won't just leave them. Once they think we've left the premises, they'll be back to pick up their belongings. We just need to make sure the tracker goes far enough from here to make them assume that it's...
Oh, Paimon gets it! Okay, we'll start heading away and leave...
Yes.
Ai. Do baúzão, velho. Vou pegar esse baúzão aqui.
Like a lamb to the slaughter. Enough.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Stabilize. This is order.
No turning back!
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
Cara, como é que morre? Adeus! Pegar recurso, né?
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
Shine down.
Beleza. Tem um desafio pra fazer? De quê? Ixi, subir, velho. Sério, velho. Ué? Tá louco. Só, porra. Tem uma barreira aqui mítica, velho. Ai, fodeu. Ah, tá acabando a estamina. Tá acabando a estamina. E fodeu. Ah, vai tomar no banho, viu, velho? Vai tomar no banho. Não dá tempo não, né? Uma porra de uma barreira mística. Bem do nada dopou de uma barreira aqui. E... Ah! Solta! Tomar no banho, velho. Tomar no banho. Beleza. Vamos conseguir, né? Peguei o Ben então, tá? Deixa eu topar com essa barreira aqui. Tomar um banho, viu?
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
Vou pra lá. Olha, vai tirar foto. Tira a fotinho aqui, né? Ah, aqui é a cidadinha.
Off we go. Adventure time. Off we go.
Opa. Peguei as 3 borboletas.
So tired. We've probably gone far enough now, right?
Vamos continuar.
Further?
Você está sentando para descansar aproximadamente.
It's probably about. Let's
Voltamos
go.
ao lazer.
Maybe Cyno's finally found some leads.
Contra dar uma pista. Quer dizer, eu vim aqui pra cá só pra descansar? Ai, ai. Eu vim só pra aqui, só pra descansar. Meus parabéns. Parabéns. Muito parabéns. Beleza. Tá.
Oh, looks like Cyno caught someone. So you're the bad guy behind all this, aren't ya? All right, tell Paimon everything you know.
I didn't act immediately when he
Eu
showed up.
agi imediatamente
Rather,
não
I'd
quando
laid
ele
low and
apareceu
observed
e
for a
eu,
while instead.
em vez disso, eu fiquei observando por um
He is
tempo.
not the primary instigator, but he is
Ele
most
não é
likely one of the more
responsável pelas
important dealers here.
operações, mas
Am I right?
provavelmente é dos negociantes. Isso é importante.
Yes, impressive.
Sim, então
You certainly live up to your reputation, Cyno. If I had any idea you were still around,
Se tiver alguma
I wouldn't
ideia
have gotten so greedy.
do que você ainda está, não teria sido tão ansioso.
Greedy? What do you mean by
Ansioso,
that?
o que quer dizer isso?
Once everyone knew you were coming, all the canned knowledge dealers abandoned their goods and fled at once. Obviously, there wasn't time to pack up everything. Since all the goods were just left here unsupervised, I thought I'd use the opportunity.
You must know who's manufacturing and selling the canned knowledge, correct? Will you tell us willingly, or do I need to make you talk?
No, I'll talk. But before that, perhaps we can take the conversation elsewhere? If we stay here, chances are that someone will see me with you. That would put both me and my family in danger.
All right. Where do you suggest we...
How about my home in Aru Village? It should be safe there.
Fine. Let's head out. You can throw away the tracker now, traveler.
Listen, buddy, you better not try to trick us.
Come on.
Beleza.
Do you really think I'd try to pull anything under Cyno's watch?
Voltar
Seriously,
pra cidade de novo.
what can I even do?
Meus parabéns, jogo. Vem de eu lá dormir. Vou voltar de novo lá. Meus parabéns. Para baixo. Para baixo. Está todo cheio de produto.
Dad, you're back. Oh, we have guests? Hi there.
This is my daughter, Cyno. She can be a little shy of strangers. Why don't you run along now, dear? Dad needs to talk with our guests.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows Cyno in our business, but let me ask, who are you two?
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the...
To be honest, I really didn't expect to see Cyno, the lone operator, working with any partners. When I saw the tracker start moving away, I assumed you had decided to just go back empty-handed. But even though you caught me, I'd still urge you to stop while you still can. You should abandon this investigation.
Why is that?
Everything from the manufacturing of canned knowledge to the sales and even splitting the profits. Every step of the process involves dozens, if not hundreds of people. Massive profits have brought everyone together in this business. Everyone will try their best to defend this industry that we've worked to build. It will be a long and difficult fight, even for you, Cyno.
And even if you manage to win in the end, no one will thank you. If anything, you yourself might even feel remorse. Why are you so bent on putting us out of business?
Everyone has their own reasons for what they do. I don't have to explain mine.
Here's some tea, Dad. And for the guests, too.
Right. I forgot to offer tea to our guests. Thank you.
Don't mention it. And, I should tell you that our tea tastes kind of bitter, but I put some sugar in to make it a little tastier.
That's my girl. Do we still have any sugar left? If not, I'll buy some more next time.
Yes, we do. Okay. I'm gonna go have a rest now.
Didn't you say that everyone's in it for the massive profits? That sure doesn't seem to be the case for you.
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. My daughter was born with a chronic disease, so she has a relatively weak heart and lungs. Even slightly strenuous exercise can cause her to faint and prove to be a life-threatening risk. That's why she never really had any friends to play with, and why she locks herself up in her room most of the time. As for me, I was just an average merchant. I would wake up early and travel all around to make a profit. Till one day, someone reached out and showed me a way to really make a profit.
Selling canned knowledge.
That's right. With all the mora I made, I could finally afford medical treatment for my daughter. Nothing made me happier than seeing her get better. There are many others like me. Smuggling canned knowledge might seem like an unforgivable crime to you, but to us, it's a means of survival. I wanted to tell you all this so that maybe you could understand and change your mind. Please, stay out of this, Cyno. Give us a way to survive.
Oh no. That means that if we prevent the sale of canned knowledge, his daughter will...
I must get to the truth. I can find someone to help treat your child, but I cannot turn a blind eye to the smuggling. These are two completely different issues.
I somehow knew you would say that, but having your word to help my daughter is enough for me. Since you insist on continuing the investigation, you should have a look around the back of my home. You'll find some goods I received just recently. I think everything will become clear to you once you see them.
Whoa! Look at all of...
Yes. All neatly packed away and organized in boxes. To think that this is only one dealer's worth. Small producers couldn't possibly support such a large quantity of goods. Could the academia have a hand in this? But such a volume of goods wouldn't be able to slip through inspection.
Huh? Look! These seem different from the other knowledge capsules we've seen. Maybe they contain knowledge about the Court of Desolation.
Yes, that would make sense. Wait, what's this?
Algum tipo de marcação que não vimos antes? Você sabe o que é isso?
Yes, it's a Matra seal, indicating that the goods have passed Matra inspection. I started to suspect that someone in the academia might be involved when I found the tracker earlier. But how they could ship so much canned knowledge out of the academia was still a mystery.
Mais cedo, como eles perderam, enfim, tanto conhecimento natural ainda para um estudo.
The pieces have now all fallen into place.
Apenas já que
with this Matra seal, goods can leave the academia without undergoing a second inspection.
Deve ser a academia sem passando pela segunda inspeção.
No wonder they don't want me to investigate. It turns out that a Matra is behind this. Even I find it hard to believe.
Aconteceu que eu acho difícil de acreditar.
Could I ask you for a favor, Traveler?
Posso pedir
Since all this canned knowledge came from the academia, then it's highly likely that the knowledge regarding the Court of Desolation originated from research files stored within the academia. If we can enter the repository, we can find out who accessed these files.
Poderemos descobrir quem acessou esses arquivos.
But considering my current status, if I suddenly show up at the academia now, you'll need to be the one who checks the records. I'll write a letter to Nabil, and he'll take you there. I'll also keep working here in the meantime. Although our leads are all currently pointing to someone within the... We can get more information on other dealers from Bahari. I'll stay here and make some preparations. You can come find me anytime if you uncover more info.
Vocês podem me encontrar em qualquer momento e descobrir mais informações. Beleza. Bora lá então. 2.000 quilômetros, dá lá. 2.000 quilômetros. Treinou de Badedel. Badedel. Fecha. Desligar esse ventilador. Ele já tá bom já, né? Aqui mandou uma mensagem aqui. Felipe, é do Extra. É da Extra, homem. Baixo da minha conta. Não, Felipe, eu vou não, pô. Que engraçado, ele quer que eu baixe o jogo pra ajudar ele a jogar.
Hello, we meet again. How's the... Oh, so you were able to find Cyno after all. I hope he's doing all right.
Então vocês encontraram assim, como ele está?
I read the letter and must admit that I hadn't expected things to be so serious. Sorry, had I known it would be so dangerous.
It's alright. We wanted to help Cyno too.
Tudo bem, vamos querer ajuda do time também.
I can tell that he really trusts you. The research files stored away in the restricted repository are far from ordinary. Everything there is essentially about... Even I don't usually have authorization to enter. But with this letter from Cyno, it shouldn't be a problem. That's right. Granted, the academia is very supportive when it comes to research. They encourage... However, some forms of research have proven to be so dangerous that the Matra have to step in, but some information may be retained as a record to warn later researchers. Such information is kept in the restricted repository. Follow me, I'll show you. Hopefully we'll find the answers that Cyno is looking for.
Restricted repository? Sounds kinda dangerous.
Beleza. 60 metros.
Okay, I understand. Since Cyno is vouching for you, I suppose we can trust you. You may browse the information regarding the Court of Desolation. Ask me if you have any questions, but I'd suggest avoiding any other research files. Sometimes the less you know, the better.
So this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for both you and me.
There are many who do not openly converse with others within the academia. But even so, there are very few. Even though he's no longer in the academia, I still trust him. And that goes for anyone he... The files are over there. Just make it quick.
Whoa, there's a lot to read here. Have you found anything yet? Huh, it reminds Paimon of Cyno's former partner.
His former partner? That would be Taj Radkani. But you're not far off. Mortada Radkani was Taj's only son.
What? Taj's son went to prison for researching the Court of Desolation?
Why do you sound so surprised? You're a Matra, aren't you?
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known. All I knew was that Taj's son was taken to prison. It's not just me. I bet even Cyno didn't know about it.
No. Unfortunately, there isn't. He took his own life not long after he went to prison. You've heard about Taj, right? I know Nabil has. Every Matra knows him. I would say he's probably pushing 50 this year, which makes him one of the most experienced Matra. He is a man of integrity and honesty, and has made countless achievements. His reputation goes back a long way now. He used to be Cyno's only partner. Taj is also skilled with the polearm, so the two of them used to practice together when they weren't out on a mission.
Ah, right. I heard Cyno mention that before. But one day, Taj suddenly decided to retire from active duty and transfer to an administrative position. I wonder if it had anything to do with the Mortada in...
Taj was already very well known by the time Mortada was born. So when Mortada came to study at the academia, everyone had high expectations of him. Then he had an unpleasant dispute with his father, but they were eventually able to work things out. Not long after they had reconciled, Mortada was caught studying the Court of Desolation, which is in violation of academia. Taj arrested his son and put him behind bars. He begged for leniency, but Taj wouldn't. Shortly after, Mortada slit his own throat with the pieces of a broken bowl. By the time Taj arrived at the scene, it was already too late. He never had a last. Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face.
I had no idea that happened. That must be really hard for Taj. I've never heard him mention that to anyone.
That's awful. Paimon feels terrible now. Are you okay, Traveler?
Wait, don't tell me you're starting to suspect Taj now. Impossible. Taj would never do that. I mean, yes, he does have a big reputation and has access to such research. But this is Taj we're talking about. He would never do anything against regulations. Never.
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the academia, then because he was the only one who could have recently gone through research files about the Court of Desolation. There are so many files about those ruins that it would be difficult to restart any research, since the 7 original researchers. However, if the files were made into canned knowledge, they could be understood immediately. By doing so.
But even so...
According to the legends, the treasures inside the Court of Desolation could allow someone to see beyond life and death. Or even bring the dead back to life, right? Though I don't really believe Taj would ever try to do something like that. I'm just telling you what I know. It's the job of the Matra to find the truth and track down criminals. Do you have any questions? If not, it'd be best if you would leave.
Paimon's kinda confused. What should we do from here?
Oh, now that I think about it, Cyno suspected that the canned knowledge was coming from within the academia, right? There's no way so many boxes could ever get through without drawing any attention. Maybe we could try asking people around the gate of the academia and see what we can find. Don't worry, Tosh. I won't let your reputation be tarnished.
Alrighty then, let's go ask around.
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving the academia recently?
Huh. Well, yes, but the academia consumes so many resources each day. Everything from cooking ingredients, raw materials, even equipment for experiments.
Right, but we're looking for shipments with a Matra seal.
That I'm not too sure of. I normally wouldn't notice whether the goods have any seals or not. Maybe you should ask someone else.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Opa.
But where are those?
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipment?
No, not that I'm aware of. Perhaps you could...
No. Tem que subir de novo.
Excuse me.
Huh? Why do you ask?
I'm just checking to ensure nothing...
Well, I can't say it's unusual, but I did notice some. There's a Kashar researcher who's been making frequent shipments recently. Dozen of large boxes each. When I asked him about it, he said they just contained a bunch of old worn-out machines. The Kashar used to often sell scrap machines to traveling merchants, so I didn't really think anything of it. But he's been making a lot of shipments lately. There were...
And you didn't find...
Well, the boxes were stamped with a Matra seal. Why should I bother? Of course, I did start to wonder about the seal once, thinking that maybe a man named Taj came here and told me that he'd already inspected the goods personally and ordered me to leave.
Possible. There must be some sort of mistake. There's no way to... No, I won't believe it. Taj is an honorable man. Someone... Wait, I know another Matra who works with Taj. I can ask him to let us speak with Taj.
As I've already told you, I don't have any way to contact Taj. A few Eremites showed up looking for Taj yesterday, and he met with them in his office. I was standing outside of the door, and I vaguely heard them say, "Found it." Before I realized it, the door opened, and Taj left with the group of them. I noticed that he had also changed into Eremite attire. But Taj didn't come to work.
A group of Eremites? Could Taj...
No way. Taj is just like Cyno. They're considered heroes among the Matra. There's no way that he would...
Meu cara, cai dessa, fora. Cai dessa.
Hey, don't let it get to you just yet. We'll get to the bottom of this once and for all.
Cai dessa.
So, this is Taj's place. There doesn't seem to be anyone here.
Well, what should we do then?
No. Wait. Well, anyway, we're still not sure if he's the real culprit. Probably not a good idea to go in without permission. You're right. Even if we apply for a warrant now, we won't be able to do anything until tomorrow at the earliest. What's this?
It's a paper full of names written on it. Oh, and a map.
Yes. This is definitely Taj's handwriting. These papers look like records. These are the transactions between Taj and some other people. From the look of the numbers, the scale of this smuggling case is absolutely mad. The whole operation involves more than 300 people, including dozens of celebrities. These are famous scholars, merchants, mercenaries. I have a feeling that Cyno might be unaware of what he's up against. There's no way anyone could face such a large organization on their own. You're right. As for the map.
Marcação. Duas fotos.
If Taj really has turned on his arm, I don't want to suspect him, but I also don't know him very well.
All right, we'll give these to Cyno.
Pegar um agora pra mim. 97 para 2 horas. Voltei.
Crumble!
From what I remember, he is a straight-laced man. Although he would resort to extreme measures from time to time. He would never do—
So do you think he's—
I'm still not sure. I cannot imagine how devastating the incident with Mortada was for him. Nor can I deny whether it's out of love for his son or for other reasons. We have to see for ourselves to judge him. Or rather, the person he's become.
Agora todas as evidências estão contra
That's
ele.
right. It's clear that he had a hand in this case, yet he made no report of it. That's also why I need to see him. I must ask his reasoning and judge him myself. Time is ticking. Let's go.
Beleza. Vamos atrás do delinquente. Opa. Pra botar aqui é nós 10 planos, né? Baú luxuoso aqui, ó, aquele baú de...
Fellow gambler.
This is getting interesting.
Gather! I will have order!
Adventure time!
There is no escape!
No more tricks up your sleeve!
Testing my patience.
Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
We'll meet
There is no escape!
I'm going in!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Waves and raise a storm!
This is order!
certainly worth the extra mile.
Todo baú ali luxuoso. Cuidado com essa caverna, com certeza, mas eu vou ali naquele. Naquele bichinho ali.
Stabilize!
Shine down!
Glory to the Shogun!
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Yeah.
Quiver! Now you shall perish!
Deus, água. Água, raio. Natureza. Escutei, vou levar o de Lucão.
So this is the Court of Desolation. Are there really any treasures buried here? Oh, Paimon's kind of nervous. Could it be dangerous?
Don't worry. You'll be safe with me.
Futile!
Mais baú. Deixa eu conferir aqui, né?
Look! These walls have definitely seen better days. Was there some sort of fight here? Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Nowhere to run!
Whoa! Is it just Paimon? Or did that passageway just rotate? It's not gonna start moving again, is it? Either way, we should be careful.
Propagate!
Rain outlines your fate.
Ó, quase peguei um baúzinho. Nossa.
A passage! Hopefully that's our way in. That eye seems to be staring right at us. This place gives Paimon the creeps. You go first.
Puta que pariu. Tá louco.
No, my sword!
Surrender!
Go as one! Rain outlines your fate.
Propagate!
Eu esqueço de usar o sino.
No, my sword. Body and mind.
Ai, ai. Tem um baú aqui atrás. Perigo, né? Cinemete. Bora, véi. Ainda não.
Tosh.
Ah, Cyno. It's been some time since I've seen you last. I trust, seeing that you've made it all the way here, you must be on the cusp of wrapping up your investigation, I presume. Even faster than I expected. Is it because you have...
That's right. This case is nearly closed. But the most important, was it all your doing? Smuggling the canned knowledge?
Yes, it was me.
Then explain why.
Okay.
That's the difficult part. Let's just say I've changed. I've become a selfish coward who only wants to pursue his own interests.
I find that hard to believe.
Oh, really? Way I see it, every person will end up like me sooner or later.
Não é mesmo para mim. Tudo as pessoas acabarão com cedo ou mais tarde.
When you're young, you press forward,
Quando você é
unattached,
jovem,
living
você
solely for the
quer
justice in your heart.
enfrentar
But as you begin to age, you start to become more cautious. You know many things are wrong, but still turn a blind eye to them. I was the same. I never questioned my actions until Murtada died. I could feel the justice that I once strived to uphold slowly crumbling in my heart. I was completely dedicated to all that I did, but as I grew older, I found myself feeling alone, miserable. Can you imagine? Murtada was sent to prison by my own hands. I set myself on this painful path. My son hated me till the day he died, and now I must live with that pain and regret. I failed him as a father. But now I have a chance to make it right. A chance to reunite with him. The Court of Desolation. Here lies the key to overcoming life and death. The power to even bring the dead back to life.
So, did you already find what you needed here?
See this door behind me? Behind it lies the treasures that I seek. I'm so close, Cyno. If only you hadn't arrived now, I could already have...
E se você não tiver chegando...
Enough conjecture. What has happened is already part of the past. You cannot bring the dead back to life. In the end, the treasures you seek are nothing but myths and
Since you're so sure, why don't you just let me open the door and see then?
No. I sense danger behind that door. There will be dire consequences the moment you open it.
I beg you, as an old partner, can you let me fulfill my last wish just this once? Surely you get it by now. Doing your job without mercy will only drive people away from you. I'm the prime example.
I don't overthink things. If there is only one way for me to defend my principles, then that is the path I will take.
Seems there's no convincing you. All right then. Let's see if your polearm skills have improved at all.
Vou bater com o velho. Coitado, velho.
This power is mine.
What the?
I will set things right no matter.
O velho invoca dois. E eu pensando que o velho é fraco.
Rain cutter. Body and mind.
As I thought.
É, mas Dilucão comeu eles tudo. Ai, Dilucão é terrível, velho. Dilucão é terrível. Você poder.
You feel it, don't you? I'm stronger than you remember. I gained new power when I entered the Court of Desolation. This is only a taste of it. Once I open the door behind me, this power will be complete. Even life and death will have no grip on me.
Uh-oh. We have to stop this guy!
I won't let you open that door.
I wouldn't be so sure. I'm afraid it won't be easy to stop me now that you're injured. Or are you ready to sacrifice your life for this?
I'll do what I have to.
I still remember when we first became partners. You were always charging forward and putting your life on the line. Just like now, even after all this time, you still haven't changed.
You haven't changed either. You left that list of names and map in your house on purpose, didn't you? All of this was just part of the act you were putting on. What happened just now was also part of your plan. I had my suspicions from the beginning, but I couldn't be sure until we fought. If he really...
Huh? What do you mean, Cyno?
He never planned on opening the door.
Eu não pensava abrir.
His true intention was...
What's happening?
Seems our time is running short. Let me make this quick. After Mortada died, my spirit was crushed. For a long time, I was hoping this reality was just some terrible nightmare. I hoped I would just wake up and be able to see his smiling face again. That is when I was approached by someone who wished to collaborate and find the Court of Desolation together. I did some investigation of my own and discovered they were part of a massive organization. People from every walk of life are involved. They are relentless in their search, pouring countless mora into secret research, even sacrificing lives in hopes that the Court of Desolation would appear.
No wonder banning the research wasn't enough. A full-scale operation was already in motion.
I'm a flesh and blood human like anyone else, so I obviously hesitated and considered it. The thought of bringing my son back tugged at my heart, but in the end, I came to my senses. I knew that I could not let myself go down that path. I suddenly came to a realization amidst my suffering. The Court of Desolation, a place that once drove people to tragedy, was still doing so, even centuries later. As long as this place exists, people will recklessly seek it out, just as Mortada did, generation after generation, regardless of the cost.
Então esse lugar existe e as pessoas buscarão. Exatamente.
Let it be buried beneath the sand forever. Once the Court of Desolation is gone, there will no longer be anyone obsessed with seeking it out. That's right. I acted as if I had abandoned my convictions just so that they would cooperate without raising any suspicion. This was the only way I could find and destroy this place. But that wasn't enough. I needed someone I could trust to bring the organization to justice. The Academia forbids the research of the Court of Desolation, so they would never approve. To add to the problem, the organization is so powerful that they even have members working within the Academia. If I wished to destroy the organization, I couldn't just count on the Academia alone.
So, you pretended to be the one behind all this, as a test for me.
Yes. I'm sorry, but now I am assured. Anyway, this place is collapsing. You must leave now.
Sai imediatamente. Vai embora.
His fate is already sealed.
O destino dele já está
There is no
marcado.
life left inside him. He is like a candle with no more wick to burn. You planned it all from the very beginning, didn't you? Risking being treated as a traitor to collaborate with them. Sacrificing your own life to open and destroy the...
Regardless, I made a grave mistake by allowing the smuggling and the research. I was always so busy with work that I never made time to fulfill. Finding this place was his biggest wish. Since I'll be reuniting with him here, I can only hope he won't have anything more to hold against me. I'll leave all those people on the list to you. Sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry for. We are partners.
Então são parceiros.
If you see Mortada,
Bad boys.
send him my
Parceiros.
greetings.
Nunca morre.
Goodbye, old friend.
E assim mete. O amiguinho dele vai pro saco.
Dad, why are they so strict with me? I'm always the only one who gets in trouble.
Just leave me alone! Don't worry, I won't damage your precious reputation.
Alright, Dad. Let's start over. By the way, I finally found an area of research I wish to pursue.
Cara corre, velho.
Why can't you show even a little leniency?
Tá louco.
Why?
Because we are Matra.
E assim, acabou. O amigo dele foi pra bala. E assim, eu acho que a live ia acabar, né, gente? Quem chegou até aqui, quero deixar aquele like maroto.
Just as Taj said, that place had caused too many disasters. Being buried in quicksand is its rightful end. To them, as long as there's more to be made, they will disregard the Academia's. Their only goal is to make massive profits off of dangerous research. Taj may have set them back with the Court of Desolation. That's an opportunity that I will not let them have.
We'll help too.
Thank you. But you've already done enough. Just leave the rest to me. I will bring them to justice myself. So, that's what I'm going to do.
Beleza. E não acabou não, né? Espera o outro dia. Espere 4 dias. Tá louco? Tá louco. Bora pra lá então. Não esqueça de se inscrever no canal, gente. Quem chegar até aqui, se inscreva no canal, deixa aquele like maroto, né? Estamos nos últimos finais do Cyno aqui.
We meet again. Thank you so much for all your help.
Nabil, what are you...
Convicts from the desert are being escorted through Caravan Ribat, so I'm here to keep an eye on things. This should be the last group of them, so I'll be heading back to the Academia once they're cleared. The last few days have been quite the ride, but fortunately, at first, the mercenary groups on the list were putting up quite a fight. They made several desperate attempts to cover up the... After that, people on the list started to put pressure on the higher-ups.
And? Then what happened?
Well, then we received word that Taj Rudkani had sacrificed himself on the case. The Matra then moved together against the enemy. We cleared out the traitors from within the Academia and arrested all the researchers on the list. Some of them managed to get out of the Academia, but still failed to escape. The scattered criminals were captured all across Sumeru. I even heard.
So that's the end of it. Catching everyone on the list means no more smuggling canned knowledge.
That's right. Thanks again for your... As for the mysterious person who hit the mercenary camp, that must be Cyno, right? He's the only one I could think of who could accomplish such a... Speaking of which, have you been in touch with Cyno these days? I think he was walking with someone I didn't recognize, and then before I knew it, he were nowhere to be seen. If you happen to see him, please send my regards.
Sure thing, Nabil. You be careful too.
Don't worry about me.
Acabou ainda não, né? Eita merda. Ah, já. Que acabou, né? Que eu tô vencendo ali. Aqui, o Tignari. Tem algum julgamento mais de 300 pessoas sozinha. Deve ser emocionante, mas posso garantir que não é melhor.
I'm aware. However,
eu sei.
I learned something unexpected during interrogation.
Apparently,
someone had enticed Murtada Radkani into becoming interested in researching the Court of Desolation. Murtada had lived in his father's shadow all his life. Naturally, he wanted to conduct research that would seem groundbreaking and significant. After Mortada died, the organization tried to use Taj's shame regarding his son to add him to their rank, toying with others' minds, treating lives like dirt, and doing anything for their own interests.
Fine, I understand. This is a type of trap I've been working on which uses plants. Here, take some just in case you need them next time. If thrown into the mud, the trap will grow rapidly and disperse a pollen that has a paralyzing effect. I don't have much use for the traps these days, but maybe you will and can help me collect more testing data.
Earlier. Are you also here to see Cyno?
That's right. Cyno asked me to collect some medicinal herbs to treat a girl named Cyno. I also dropped by just to check for any injuries. He seems to be fine physically, but he looks a little more lonely than I remember. And Cyno, relax. You don't always have to look so serious, you know? Why don't you play more Genius Invocation TCG? Kale has always been a little wary of you.
How is Kale these days?
She's grown a bit taller, but her grades could use some improvement. She still made many mistakes on her last test, even after I had marked all the important content in the book for her. Her condition seems to be improving lately, so I plan on having her go outside more. It just so happens that I have something she can help me with.
Huh? You mean Kale is leaving Avidia Forest? What happened?
I've asked her to host some ad hoc lectures to teach the dangers of canned knowledge, as well as how to use it safely. Although we've apprehended all the criminals behind the recent smuggling case, there are many people who are still curious and seek after canned knowledge. So I decided to ask her to work on increasing knowledge and awareness on the topic. Please be sure to keep an eye on her.
I will.
If anything else happens, the three of you can find me in the Avidia Forest. Take care.
E assim
I've
o
already caught those who were
Tignari
preparing to
sai
attack you in
de
secret.
Eu capturei aqueles que estavam se preparando para ali.
Even if some
atacar.
criminals did slip through our fingers,
Ainda que
they wouldn't know
os
that you were
criminosos
involved in the
escapar,
case, so you can
sabe que
relax.
você estava envolvido no caso. Por isso podemos ficar tranquilos.
What about you, Cyno?
Quando vocês
It's still not time for me to rest
Seu
yet.
descanso
Those who died
ainda
have
não
fulfilled their wishes,
chegamos
but those who are
àquele
alive must continue pressing
Vai.
forward.
Ciro para seus desejos. Que estão vivos deve continuar em
I've been
frente.
thinking about what Taj said in the Court of
Eu
Desolation
estive
these last few
pensando nos
days.
últimos dias sobre
His words were not empty.
suas palavras.
People do change,
Não eram vazias.
and no belief can completely
Eles
resist the
mudam.
erosion of time.
As pessoas mudam. Não pode resistir. Então,
I just hope my own change will come slowly, so that I can press on a little
toda
further.
mudança venha lentamente para
That way, those who see me as their superior, and those who are following in my footsteps, will learn courage, just as I gained courage from my own superiors and my partner.
Espero que eles
I'll be fine. I'm also enjoying my chat. There are many things I feel better about, Many people want to go to the desert to offer condolences for Taj. But I did one day. I'll gather some flowers that grow in arid desert conditions. And then, I was hoping you'd join me in planting them on the remains of the Court of Desolation.
Vocês possam vir comigo para plantá-las. Ah, vamos plantar agora fruto. É isso? Acabou. E assim foi concluído a quest do Cyno. Ei, Cyno, o seu amigo foi de base. Foi de comes bebes. Beleza. E assim nós terminamos a cast por hoje. A cast do Cyno foi concluída. Eu vou gravar essa cinemete para postar depois, né? Depois foi capturada. Então, gente, quem chegou até aqui, se inscreva no canal, deixa aquele like maroto. E valeu, falou, é nóis, fui, até mais.